episode 3 of Ergo for Dipshits. I mean, Ergo for Dummies, right? How you doing,
Yes,
Austin?
Ergo for Dummies.
I'm QX. How you guys doing? How you doing? What's your name?
I'm Austen, and I'm doing all right, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm looking through YouTube to make sure. Oh, yep, we just got that email. Making sure that our YouTube is your YouTube link up yet?
No.
Let's see. Now live.
Technical difficulties.
Let's
looks like. Let's put this here.
Oh, it's there. It's there. It's just not in live. Yeah, let's go post it. It's right up top. Yeah.
Live.
You find it?
On Ergo Sigmanauts?
Just go to the home on Ergo Sigmanauts. It's not showing up under the live stream for some reason. It doesn't like us. So I will edit our tweet really quickly. It's under home. Yeah. Yep. You got it. One person found us. It's probably you.
It's probably me.
Let me go to Twitter. Let me
fix this
post. Yeah, update that post. There we go.
Starting off really great.
I know it's a great start. Let me edit this post. Edit post. Link here. All right, let's go. If you link with a link here, update. Okay, I've updated our post. Maybe we'll get people to come in now. We got people are trickling. Cultier wanted it too, so let me post it in the channel here. Did you post it in here? There we go. Perfect. It's posted in SIGs. All right, we're posted. We've got more than one viewer, so I think we're good to go. Fantastic.
Oh, that's good.
That's like
record.
That's like double what we've usually had.
Fleximon,
shit. He just came for the fucking Cyber Citizen, didn't
he? He saw the Cyber Citizen giveaway.
All right, so I'd like to start off this, now that we've actually got the correct links, I'd like to start off this day with some Don Julio.
And my stream is brought to you by.
Oh my god.
It's actually not even. I'm unofficially endorsed by Starbucks, but it's not even Starbucks in the cup.
Oh, you're like what's it? Rachel Ray did that. She was sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts, but she fucking hated it, and she would yell at people when they actually brought her one. So she would put her own shit inside the Dunkin' Donuts cup.
That's showbiz, baby.
Lexi's pretending that there wasn't anything to win. So I'm using my special double chamber cup. You see how it's got a little double chamber there?
I do.
Yeah. Yep.
What's it do?
I don't know. It just looked cool on the internet when I was single for a brief few months, so I bought it.
Single for a brief few months, huh? That was all you took off?
Yeah, it was tough. My wife saw me. My new wife saw me and fucking snagged me. You know, can you blame her?
Oh shit! Nice.
All right, let's do this. What do we got here?
Arbitrage, huh?
All right, is this a good amount to start with?
Let's see.
That's pretty good to start with.
Yeah. I think that's nice.
TJ asked, "What time is it, QX?" That's none of your fucking business.
It's true. Yeah.
It's 11:22 my time, AM. Just to clear that up, people. Okay, so we have some Cyber Citizens that we can give away. I don't know what's in my wallet. I know I have some Cyber Citizens in my wallet, but we'll give it away depending on how many drinks I have or how many I have. Let's see how many I have. NFT holder wallet, Cyber. I don't even know what the hell wallet they're in. Maybe I lied. Maybe I don't have any Cyber Citizens, bro.
You probably have them in your mission number 2 wallet.
Oh, I definitely have my mission things. You think I want to give away greasy mission stuff?
Yeah, I
Are
don't
you
know how
kidding me?
many. You're right. I don't know how many
All right, here we go.
you have.
I've got Cybercar number 178. I've got Cybercar number 294. I've got a Cyberpet 102, Cyberpet 196, Cyberpet 303, Cyberpet 44. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Cyber Citizens, and I've got Siberia. I've got an apartment number 30. So I've got some stuff. I've got some cyber stuff to give away, folks. We'll see. We'll see how generous I am being.
I
Are we
like
missing?
this.
I know, right. All right, let's see. How are the comments going? Why don't we start on the first topic while we look at the comments? What are the topics?
Well, you don't want to give like an update on what you're up to or anything. You just want to. We can skip it. Who gives a shit?
No, let's do an update. What am I up to? Well, we can talk about this later, but we met with a market making firm that Austen doesn't want to talk about publicly. We met with them 2 days ago. So maybe if Austen gets drunk enough in a Starbucks, he'll chat about that, or if some questions arise on
Just
how
skip
that
the
went.
updates.
Yeah. So we met about that. That was an interesting, eye-opening experience. I am hopefully days away from announcing the position fulfillment that we've hired at my work that has blockchain experience. So that'll be a lot of fun. Just waiting on some last minute checks and signs and all that bullshit. So that'll be fun to announce. I'll hopefully be able to announce that at the AMA next week if Kushti invites me back. We did a dev update last night. Kushti and I recorded it. It was his first ever dev update recording. I was surprised. I was like, "You've never done a dev update in 100 dev updates?" He's like, "Nope." Yeah. He's like, "This is my first one." So that was that was really interesting.
I can almost feel. I feel like I've seen him on one, but it's probably just the I just think I have.
Yeah, right.
But,
you think it's the Mandela effect, right? Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Like I could have swore he's on almost every one of them.
Oh fuck! Sahar's on the chat, man. We got to shut this stream down. God damn.
Oh Jesus!
Shit. So that was a lot of fun. We chatted for about an hour and 38 minutes, and I cut it down to about an hour and 38.1. So, but I painstakingly put chapters in during our chat too. So if you want to, it should be easy enough to skip ahead to the dev update parts if you don't want to hear us talk. But it's always fun to hear Kushti talk and go through things. So I don't think you should miss it if you have the time. Plus, I ran it through Whisper AI, so it does a really good job of putting the subtitles on there for people to enjoy. So yeah, that's that. That was my week, Austin. How about your week?
My week, last couple weeks have been good. Just really kind of doing some R&D on the next greasy mission stuff. Focusing on that, trying to figure out what that's going to be, trying to tie it in with Rosen, of course, because that's new and fun, and I want to work on something that's going to help incorporate and help people learn more about that. So I've run some ideas about that to our core team, and just kind of, we're a little bit of a waiting game. Obviously, we can't add tokens to Rosen. They're still they did the comment test, and everything looks so to be good there. So I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be soon. TM, a couple weeks probably, but
2 months.
Yeah, and other than that, we had our, we had that successful campaign that we did for Rosen as the launch that the Greasy Sex funded, and that went really well. I got to put together some metrics, but I mean, it was good. There was a lot of good engagement. It got shared a lot, and I've recommended other projects to kind of reach out and work with the same person, and I've made some connections so far, so that's cool to see. We can continue to grow that relationship.
Austin, your audio's fucking up again. Why don't you reboot your computer and come back? I'll entertain the crowd until you come back.
Reboot the whole thing?
Reboot the whole thing. I know it's probably been 6 fucking months since you rebooted your computer, you old man. So maybe it's time for a gosh darn reboot. And close all the incognito Pornhub tabs too. That could be doing it.
Oh, dude. Hold on. What if I just do all the tabs now?
No, just reboot. Seriously, reboot. Because you already tried just rejoining and it didn't work earlier before we started.
Okay. All right. I'll be back.
Reboot. I'll handle the crowd for now.
All right. Don't blow it while I'm gone, dude.
a humble something for sure. Don't not reboot. You better fucking reboot. Don't just quit and come back. He's gonna quit and come back. All right, so here I am by myself. Let's see how long it takes him to reboot. He's probably got like a MacBook Pro from 2010, one of those ones with a CD-ROM on the side. You know what I mean? All right, Sahar's got a question for me while we wait for Austen. Thanks for the 27 elf. How one Ergo doing? And you asked it twice, you little son of a bitch. I am not upset at my trade with you, Sahar. It was more of a mercy trade to help you out because I know you live and die in Alephium. But like I said in the chat, I take that kind of thing as the marshmallow effect, where there was a study done at Stanford a while ago where they took children and they put them in a room one at a time. They put them at a table and they put a marshmallow in front of them. And they said, hey, if you can wait here for 10-15 minutes and not eat this marshmallow, then when we come back, we're going to give you another marshmallow. Okay. And a large percentage, it might have been the majority, I can't remember, ate the marshmallow, of course, because they couldn't withhold gratification, instant gratification. So, but there was a large percentage as well that didn't eat the marshmallow and waited because they knew that they would be better off with 2 marshmallows if they waited 10-15 minutes. And what they found is those children who did that were more successful in life and careers, as well as less obesity, that kind of thing, general smart decisions. So that's how I look at that kind of thing, where Alephium's going to pump now. I'm not much of Pavel, Jesus Christ. I'm not much of follow the trends and try to pump and earn my bags that way. So it doesn't bother me. I mined Alephium for a little bit just to see how it was. Tried to dual mine it, I believe, with Ergo to see how that was as well. So that's what I gave you, Sahar, and I'm really glad that it's doing you well. So my 27 Alf turned into what, $60 for you? And what'd you give me? Did you give me 1 Erg, something like that? Yeah, something like that. We'll see. Guys, I don't think Austen's coming back. I think he fucked himself over. We'll see what happens. So let's go to actually, let me talk about the market maker a little bit because Austen's not here and he won't yell at me. So Sigmanauts had an idea to, we have a lot of complaints in chat, a lot of people complaining, like you're complaining in chat right now about our volume not being quite like what other coins are, and about that general consensus of why the other tokens bomb spike up and Erg doesn't. So we said, okay, well, let's at least get a couple answers from this. So Joe took us introduced us to a market making firm to chat about that, and I don't imagine they're watching right now. And I'm not going to mention any names, so it doesn't even really matter. But the general gist of it is that fucking everybody does this. These companies exist to inflate prices and do whatever they want with the price, depending on what the amount of initial token that is given to them to do that. So essentially, they can take let's take $1 million. They can take $1 million of your token, do market making with it. They can hold price, they can lower price, they can raise price, they can create artificial sell and buy walls. They can step the price up to your goal. Like if you come to them and you say, hey, I would like the price of my project to be $3 by the in a couple months, and it's $1 right now, they would develop a plan for you that would artificially, and they call it organic, step up the price that much to meet your goal. So they'll also do things like counter trades, which are where, let's say you don't want the price to dip at all. So, and let's say you have an opening, you open the token and you say, look, I want to keep this price with the release set at this much, no matter how many initial coin onboarders are dumping on it. So what they can do is they can counter trade there. So if let's say on Uniswap, if somebody's trying to dump their token, they can immediately see that and put it in the same transaction to match that offer. So essentially, there's no dip in the DEX, so you're not affecting liquidity at all. So it's really, I don't know, interesting stuff as far as that goes. So from the Sigma side of it, our plan was to at least jump in there and see what it looks like and see what the options are, and and then go from there, maybe with a proposal that we could present so we can get some more solid pricing information from them, and then talk to the community about it. So we'll see what happens then. I don't know. I got a little sick to my stomach during the meeting and I try not to laugh sometimes. but yeah, it was tough. All right, what do we have for questions? I really think Austen fucked himself over. So here I am drinking by myself. It looks like Paul, is it? Was Paul here with 9 questions as another user? Paul is here with Wombo says, "Hi, I saw pictures of someone by named Pavel showing Kraken and Ergo listing. Is this real?" Wombo, I'm not allowed to talk about that right now. Austin told me I couldn't. So I'm going to drink instead of answering that question. The answer is no, though. All right, what else do we have? 6HYT, which I think is Paul, right? Hello, guys. Few questions for you. Is Bear Whale good or bad for Ergo? It was bad at first, right? But it was good in the fact that it had them fix the contract so that that kind of thing wouldn't happen. So, yeah. As of now, I think it's always not great when you have massive holders of a certain token that can manipulate. There's a saying that I threw in chat the other day that said, a large group will always lose out to a smaller informed minority. That's the way it works everywhere. So essentially, just like these market makers, somebody like Bear Whale who has a massive amount of ergs. What do they have? A couple 100,000 now still? They're down to, last time I checked, 300,000. I forget. Maybe somebody knows in chat. Anything like that, you can manipulate the shit out of things. They could actually take their ergs. They could take 100,000 ergs of their own, liquidate some of it and put some to stablecoin, dump it all on this market maker company and say, I want you to make money as you dump the price of erg and exit this for me. Or I want you to pump the price of erg and make money for me. So that kind of stuff is entirely possible and done throughout the entire industry. So anybody who holds that kind of much is, I don't think, good for a healthy ecosystem as far as that goes, unless they're acting altruistically. Oh gosh, do I hear Austin finally? Holy shit. Let me bring him back in. Let me bring him back in. Give me 1 second. All right, is he back in? He should be here any second. Give me 1 second. There you are, Austin.
I'm back.
Dude, what the hell? Did you like is it like once every 5 years you reboot your fucking machine? It had to do full updates. It said updating to Mac OS Sonoma.
No, I had like this many Excel documents open.
You're that kind of guy.
My apps were this big, and my Excel docs were like that big.
Oh my gosh, sir.
Is it better? Is the audio better?
Well, for now, knock on wood. Let's see if it fucks up again.
Gosh.
All right, great. So I mentioned to everybody about I answered a question, Sahara's question. I answered Pavel's and Wombo's question about the Kraken and Ergo listing image that we saw, if that was real or not, and what's it called? And then I started off on Paul's questions, which I think he's masquerading as 6YHT because I see 9 questions from him.
Nice.
So his first question was, is Bear Whale good or bad for Ergo? I answered that to the best of my ability. Second question, is Ergo Mixer possible to run on phones? And it is. I have it on I ran it on my tablet. Rustin also ran it on his tablet back in maybe 4 or 5 months ago when Rustin was going heavy on Rustin My Eye is a username in main chat. He was making this little 1-button click to run a node on a Android phone, which is pretty cool. We also got Mixer running on there. So essentially you could take that old phone and set it up on the corner plugged in on your desk, always running Mixer for you all the time. Super cool concept, as opposed to running it on your main machine. So yeah, totally possible, totally cool. Do you run Ergo Mixer, Austin?
No, just full transparency.
Yeah.
Find them, you can see them.
Nice.
But I have 64 wallets.
64 wallets.
Yeah, each with 4 erg.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right, next question here. He put them all off at once. He put them in 2 groups. I wish he would have spaced them out there. I'm tempted to answer them all at once. Where to start if I have zero experience in coding on Ergo script? So I would definitely go to YouTube and search up Deco. And those are amazing videos. Intro to Ergo script, understanding the blockchain, intro to the blockchain, done by cheese enthusiast who is Curette, who most of you know from GitBlock, as well as creating the backend contracts for Signify, where Captain made the front end, and working on Litho. So that guy's got amazing, like soothing teaching voice. It's fantastic to listen to those. I took a couple classes live, so I was treated to that before they stopped at the end of the last bull market. But they're there. The Decode Discord's still there. You might get a few people in there if you ask questions, but I would definitely start with Deco for that kind of stuff. Just to get an idea of how EU Texo works and move from there. It's super smart guys. Him and LGD tag teaming the teaching experience. Did you finish what your daily routine was, or what you did this week?
Yeah, good enough.
Good. I don't care anyway.
Yeah.
All right, another question. Let's finish up Paul's questions, and then we'll move to the topics. All right.
Yeah. I mean, well, topics are pretty much involved. The topics are made pretty general, just about what's going on in the community. So it's more. I wanted it to be more about the questions.
All right.
I was trying to put it out there that the questions brought should be revolved around the topic, so that we're not particularly focusing on by topic, but like let's talk about those things. What do you think?
Okay, I agree. I don't know. Yeah, sounds good.
We got a fair amount of questions going through here. I like this.
We do. I'm trying to catch up. All right. So what's the next big thing on Ergo after Rose and Bridge? I think it's obvious that the community is at least concerned and interested in sub blocks, which if you guys listen to the dev update that I was talking about earlier, the hour and a half dev update, Kushti talks not only about side chains for sub blocks, but side chains for privacy side chain, and side chains for I can't remember what else, but these cool little off branches of things that could function, like so making a framework for side chains and utilizing these for different purposes. So that's very, very cool. So I think that's going to be a big thing, not just sub blocks, but what the tech behind sub blocks will bring, and opportunity for that will be very cool. You can see a lot of these side chains kind of spin off with that framework that of course is open. Anybody can do it and go from there. So I'm excited about that, not just sub blocks. And as well as chain cache is a very cool concept. We were talking about, we did yesterday in the dev update, we talked a lot about the Kenya, uncollateralized loans, which was really fun, and chain cache kind of being involved in that, and kind of IOU notes. So super cool concepts that really brings you back down to earth about what Kushti's original idea and his main thesis of what the purpose of this chain is for, and the real people's money kind of thing. So it really kind of brings you back down to earth from the Moon Boy chats. I think I need another pour, Austen.
Cheers. Oh, that bottle's already finished?
Oh yeah. I work on it slowly. I told you I don't drink much. I just drink during these AMAs and some other times. That's why it only takes a few for me to get fucked.
A question on subblocks then. Is subblocks something that the user would have to manually select to use, or is that something that's going to be integrated? Like if I'm using my Ergo wallet and I want to send something from me to you, do we actually have to say use subblocks?
I believe it's got to be an option integrated by the dApps. Correct. Gotcha. The reboot didn't work. Your audio's back to fucking up. Quit everything. Quit everything except
where is it?
This 210.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
All right, hold on. Yeah, hold on. Okay, then I have to get rid of.
You got another mic or something?
No, I can do earbuds. Should I do AirPods?
Yeah, switch to your AirPods. Perfect. Let's see if that helps. Rugging your own AMA. Nothing yet. Make sure in Video Ninja.
I can hear you. I might have to. Yeah, let me.
Nope, it's still bad.
Hold on. It's not ready yet.
We get to see Austin's crotch. Take that cum sheet off the keyboard, please.
What?
You have a keyboard protector. Take that off the keyboard protector. The mic's
I
on.
don't. I
You
don't
don't?
have a. No.
Oh, okay.
Cum sheets, Dad. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me fix it. Oh, the audio is on.
All right, you keep trying to figure it out. I'll keep talking. All right, so we have why do Reddit mods not like Ergo and keep deleting some Ergo related posts? Yeah, that's a great question. You know, I went there during the coin market cap fiasco, Twitter kind of thing. I went there and tried to post some things, and I got the first one deleted. The second one came through, and stayed for a little bit. The third one came through, stayed for a little bit. Then by the fourth one, they were like, "Fuck you. We're you're pro Ergo posts and that kind of thing." Oh, we lost Austen again. You're pro Ergo posts, and we're not going to have any of it. So that's a tough one. It's really strange to me to think that there's not some sort of agenda there by a bunch of 13-year-olds that are trying to just not get their feelings hurt or that kind of thing. Because I don't see anything wrong with being from a community and only from that community and coming to our cryptocurrency and talking about a product that you're creating from your ecosystem. And the fact that you get shut down like that, it's pure bullshit, pure like 13-year-old ego bullshit. There's no reason why I can't come and say, hey, we built Roads and Bridge on the Ergo. You guys should check it out. Tell me what you think. And have a discussion based on that. But they feel that that's not the case. And if you go to their rules on our cryptocurrency, you will see that there's only a certain amount of, like, depending on market cap essentially, or volume, I don't know what it's depending on, but Bitcoin will be allowed to have X amount of articles on the front page, and Ethereum X amount of articles, and then like altcoins get like one maybe or something. It's fucking insane, really crazy. I mean, we're looking at it from the outside too, so it's hard to imagine what it's like to manage that kind of thing with the amount of shit coins that come across. But I don't think they do their due diligence. It wouldn't be hard to look into Ergo and say, this is obviously not a shit coin. Well, everybody thinks that except Sahar. And that it's a legitimate project with a fair start. And when they bring things to the table and post an article on cryptocurrency, it's not shilling essentially. So it's complete maddening and bullshit, and it's lazy moderating essentially is what I feel. Very lazy moderating. Any secret information about upcoming CEX for U.S. citizens? Austen, I think you were talking about funding one for yourself, right? Weren't you going to fund Kraken all by yourself?
Yeah, I was thinking about it. How's the audio? Is it better?
Good. It sounds different, but better.
Okay, cool.
What'd you do different?
I just had the
don't touch.
I had to restart it.
Don't touch your laptop. Keep your hands away from your laptop. Maybe you're delivering some sort of like electric shock to the damn thing.
Okay, so sections.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna fund Kraken after you donate to the Reese Sex Treasury. So we're just waiting on you, really.
Oh, that's all it takes? Is me?
Well, yeah. For what was it? I think it was 420,000 That's all we need.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I probably can do that.
What question is that? Where are you? How far down are we?
I finished all of Paul's questions. While you're looking at questions, I'm trying to bring up my wallet so that I can see what people want and I can put it on the screen. Let's see if this works. Come on, auction house. Don't let me down. Find a question while I'm looking for this.
Oh yeah, here's one. John Doe, is Ergo dead?
Oh, fucking love that question. That's a great question, John Doe. That is fucking brilliant.
Question.
That is
Yeah,
brilliant.
yes, yes.
John Doe, what do you define as dead? Like, is it dead like how your mom acts while I fuck her? Or is it dead like how your dad is when he sits in the chair watching us? Hey, he asked a question. He's got to be able to handle the response.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, I don't want to read you a follow-up question.
What's a follow-up question?
Why price only go down?
Takes after your mom, man. That's all I can say. Oh, but I'm just kidding. Oh, well, from the market meeting that we had last night or 2 days ago, I can tell you that one reason why the price goes down compared to other things sometimes. And that's because we don't manufacture our volume or trades or pay somebody to artificially inflate our pricing. So what you're seeing is complete natural growth, as well as people that say, why does the price go down and it's not going up like everybody else, so I'm going to sell. So yeah, that could be one reason too. The other reason is, I mean, does anybody realize that in the last 3 months we've doubled? I mean, more than doubled. We went from what, 83 cents 4 months ago, a low, all the way up to like 180, and now we're at 40 something, 143. So I mean, where were the people there when we're chatting about that? So fairly interesting there, I think. Yeah, I shouldn't have even tried to answer that question. That's a dumb fucking question. Who asked that? Who asked that question?
John Doe.
John Doe. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Is that Simon?
Yeah. It's
I read some more questions. I've got my wallet up.
Okay, hold on.
I'm gonna switch to full screen share. Let's see if this works. Oh, beautiful! It works. Look at that shit. All right, guys. So here are some cyber citizens that I have. Some of these were made from the greasy sex rewards. Some of them I bought myself and minted myself. And I have some cute little pets. I got a little turtle here. I got an ostrich that's somewhat rare, I think. And let's see, I also have an apartment somewhere up here. This car. I got the same goddamn car twice, Austen. I was so pissed. I bought
the same car?
Same car twice. I was really let down on that one. Especially watching Kilver get like the best car ever on the first goddamn spin.
What, did you get a Lambo?
Oh, you goddamn! You touched your computer. You touched your fucking computer, Austen.
I didn't touch it. I scrolled.
You touched your computer. Questions. You can't touch your computer. Do what you did before. Come back. You're killing me, sir.
I think it's the streaming service we're using.
Sir, I use the stream surface for every single dev update. Anyway, read me another question.
I have the highest internet you can get from Xfinity, so it's not me, bro.
Yeah, so FC responds to John Doe that Ergo is using a market maker right now. There is a market maker out there for Ergo that provides liquidity, and that's just to make sure there aren't big gaps, and there's always a 2% plus or minus liquidity there. That is not to facilitate a huge increase in volume or suck value from the chain. So yeah, that's what that is. It looks like Austen is rebooting again. All right. Doug says, what about take as much control as you can? Isn't it the same as holding a lot, but it's bad? Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, Doug. I mean, those things aren't mutually exclusive. So I can at one point say, I don't like specifically that there's whales there having a massive amount of Ergo. And at the same time, you're right. I don't think Kushti, when he said that, means like take as much control as you can and have a negative effect on the ecosystem and hold back the ecosystem and extract as much value from the ecosystem as you can. That's where I'm saying that I believe that having a massive amount of tokens can be a bad situation if there is that kind of thing. So yeah, I don't think they're mutually exclusive. You can buy a ton of tokens, take as much control as you can, have a mindset to help out the mission of Ergo and move forward, which is great. or you can take as much control as you can, have a shitload of Ergo and just keep dumping it and suppressing the price and extracting as much value and manipulating as you can. That's not a good thing to do, I don't think. So that's what I was speaking about before, Doug. Yeah, it can go either way, I think.
Can you hear me?
Do not touch your goddamn computer. As soon as you scrolled, it stopped. Just stand back. I can hear you. Go for it.
Okay.
I'll read
All
the
right.
questions. I'll read the questions in. You just sit back like a pretty little man and enjoy the show. All right. And you can.
All
I'll
right, but
read your
there's a
questions.
question I want to read.
Which one was it?
It's from Doug. What
How-
about take as much control as you can? Isn't that the same as holding a lot?
Well, if you didn't
But
have to
it's
fucking
bad.
reboot Austin, you would have heard my answer to that question.
So, dude, what was a good answer?
I don't know. Yeah,
I doubt.
in short, I said, yeah, I said I agree. I said what I said is not mutually exclusive to what he's saying. Essentially, when I
Yeah.
spoke about a whale holding, 666,000 tokens and using it to manipulate the not necessarily Daredevil, but holding 1 million tokens and using it to manipulate the market and extract value. That's what I see as not healthy and not great. Somebody's just extracting value from the system. But you can also at the same time hold a lot of tokens, take as much control as you can, utilize those tokens to create subgroups that are pushing towards adoption, that are pushing towards more coding, more devs, using those funds to create DApps that then maybe repay your funds. Great, of course. So there are many ways to do that. And the specific one I was talking about for holders, just to clarify, the holders that hold and would use it to manipulate as far as that goes. So yeah.
I've never actually thought of it in regards to holding Erg. I've only always thought of it in regard to building and working on Erg.
Well, it's
Taking
interesting.
control in that manner.
Interesting,
I've never
right?
like the way you just explained it. I've never even thought of it that way.
Because it
I've
is.
always thought like, yeah.
I mean, that's one way to do it. If you have the money, you can buy anything. You can market buy a shit ton of ergs and get the price pumped up there and utilize those ergs to, physically and code wise make the ergo system better and adoption, or you can manipulate the market that way. But yeah. All right, let's see what we have here. I'm going to read questions now. You're getting teased for having shitty internet and computers. They claim you're on dial-up. Don't touch the computer. Sit on those fucking hands. You're too close to the computer, sir.
I'm even look how far back I've gotten away. But I don't have crappy setup, bro.
Luke says, I'm glad that I scrolled back to the beginning so I could listen to you guys to try to figure out how to run the show. This is our third one, Luke. I think we're pros by now. We still fuck it up every time.
It's progressively getting worse.
Oh God. All right. Let's see. Any more questions before we keep talking? Wombo, don't worry. Our sex sponsorships aren't watching this. Let's see. It's non-specific as the ethos sounds like potentially problematic. And as an ethos sounds like potentially problematic. Doug, can you comment on that? I thought of it as controlling as much hash as you can. No. He means as in, at least my interpretation of that. So Doug says he thinks that he thought it meant controlling as much hash as you can. That's not good. If we have one pool controlling, a majority of the hash, you can obscure your blocks creation and do some fishy stuff on the main side of the blocks that are being exposed. And then after you sell all your shit on that, you can essentially reveal your side of the blockchain that you've been building in secret with the majority of the hash, where you still have all your tokens that you sold on the other side, and boop, all of a sudden your chain is the right one and you have all your tokens back. So you've just extracted a shit ton of liquidity from having all that hash. So that's a 51% attack, they call it. That doesn't require 51% of the hash, I don't think. But that's just a misnomer in the name. But yeah, so that is dangerous. I definitely don't think Kushti's talking about taking as much hash as you can to control the ecosystem. No, I definitely think it's about, if you see something broken, fix it. Or if you see something lacking, pick up a shovel and start digging or do it, that kind of thing. Yeah. And Doug says, but if everybody tries like BTC, then nobody wins. Yeah, but BTC is huge and it's been around for 10, over 10 years kind of thing. So ergo in this state, if we have some large GPU farms that wanted to band together, that would cause a problem essentially. Yeah. I mean, look at 2 miners. What do we have for, let's see, ergo pools. Let's look this up for everybody. Ergo mining. Let me bring on my screen share. Yep. Okay. Screen share. So 2 miners, as everybody knows, drop down to second place. The X pool is above that. So that's great. So we have 5 terahash, 3.8, 1.26, 1.0, and Hero Miners is down here. So 2 miners used to be up top, but that farm apparently left to bring it way back down. Yeah, so I don't think it's terrible now. A lot of people took to Twitter a lot during the last year or two, telling people not to use 2 miners, to hop off it, since it was gaining a huge amount of hash compared to the rest of the people. But we're looking pretty good here. Not too shabby. Don't touch your computer. You're in front of your computer.
I know.
You did it.
I didn't do anything. It's got to be a timeout, dude. It's time.
I think so. Can you guys? Is it chunking again for Austen? Can you guys hear it? Give me some feedback. Wombo has tipped 10 QX to Erg. No, stop. You have not tipped me 10 ergs. I don't see it. That's a lie. All right, so Doug's saying that quote, with a lopsided pool situation with 2 miners gives me pause at the moment. Yes, your voice is a little messed up, they say. That's interesting that Doug interpreted that as taking as much hash as you can. Yeah. So John Doe wants to talk more about the market maker. All right, Austen. I think we have to talk about the not about the mother or father. I hope you take jokes lightly, John Doe, because life's a joke. Life's a big joke. I think I might need to
talk about the market maker. We've had the conversation with SIGs already, so I'm a little bit more open. I just didn't want to come out before we had a good conversation with the SIGs about it.
Yeah, how about we?
That bad?
I don't know, guys. Does he need to reboot again? Or are you going to be able to bear with him? Let us know in chat, please. So how about we play good cop, bad cop, Austen? How about I talk about how terrible I thought it was, and you talk about how much of a benefit you think that this could bring to Ergo?
Okay.
All right. So why don't you?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
What?
Through. I mean, because
Doug says if you don't talk, you sound fine. That's what I say to my wife.
Doug is sick. Somebody said reboot. I'm gonna reboot. Hold the thought. Don't answer this. Or go into the good cop. Wait, I'm bad cop?
No, what do you want to be? Cop. I'll be whatever you don't want to be.
I don't know. I think we might end up in a bad cop situation.
All right, I'll do good cop then. I'll start out on good cop. All right, you start out.
No. You do bad cop.
No, I'll do good cop. You want to do bad cop? That's good. Just close your browser because that fixed it last time. When you left and came back, that fixed it without rebooting.
Okay, yeah, got it.
Yep. Okay, so no. Yeah, I know, Doug. I'll do good cop. All right, here we go. So good cop. Good cop in this matter is we can go to the market maker and we can say, hey, we want to list with Kraken in 1 year. Okay, that's our goal. We want to be with Kraken in 1 year, and Kraken has a requirement of volume and trading on your platform. Okay, so that company comes back to us and says, okay, in order to reach that goal of trading with Kraken, of being onboarded with Kraken, of course, you still have to pay the Kraken, marketing fee, not the listing fee, which, is bullshit. Anyway, in order to do that, you're going to need $500,000 worth of erg. You're going to pay us $15,000 every quarter, and we are going to take your $500,000 worth of ergs. We're going to use it to market make, create volume, do swaps, maybe even counter trade to keep your liquidity from dropping or your price from dropping. We'll create some sell walls and try to pump this at certain times just to try to get your price up and increase your volume. Okay, and then at the end of X amount of months, over this initial seed you've given us, that you pay us, $15,000 a month. Anything over that, we're going to start collecting more of a fee from you, and you get a percentage of that as well. So they have incentive to essentially make over that $15,000 back that you give them every 3 months, because they make profits off the top of that. The seed money, the 500,000 ergs that you give them, it's always, you can always claim it back. You can always pull it back. It's in a wallet that you have access to. I believe that you can just pull back if you want to and end it. So you're not giving them that permanently, the $500,000. Essentially, you're just paying them 15,000 every 3 months. They're trying to earn that 15,000 back plus additional, which is where they start taking a percentage off the additional. So the advantage to that is we can give them a plan that says, or a goal that we want this to happen. We want to be listed on Kraken. This is the volume requirements. We need to look like this. We need to look like it organically. And they'll come back and say, okay, this is how much Ergo it's going to take for the liquidity pools and trading. This is how many exchanges you need to pay for us to monitor. I think it's like a couple grand every exchange above the 15,000 for the first exchange. And then they'll take it from there, and they fucking do it. So then at the end of X amount of months, or 8 months, 9 months, we have, good volume, consistent volume. Our price may have increased a little bit if that's what we've asked for. And we can approach Kraken and say, hey, Kraken, look at this kick-ass chain called Ergo with totally not bullshit numbers coming at you. We'd like to do a listing. And they respond back and say, okay, let's do it. So that's the advantage of this type of market maker service, that they can prep you for your goal, execute that, and get you to where you want to go. All right. Same with ICOs. Let's say Austen comes up with a new token that's like super greasy sex, and he does initial coin offering where you maybe provide KYC, so you get a lot of whales in there that do it. But Austin's worried about when he opens it up to the public and the liquidity that whales are going to dump. Okay. And maybe the vesting isn't quite as aggressive as like Crux Finance or something that really spaces it out. So he could go to this market making company and say, look, here's X amount of greasy sex tokens. Here's the trading pair that we're doing with it. Here's 15K for the 3 months. I want this price to stay the same. No matter what happens, I want you to peg this price at what it is now, no matter how many people are dumping on it. So what's probably going to happen is they're going to counter trade the shit out of it, so the liquidity doesn't die in the DEX, and it looks like the price is staying very stable, even during launch. So that will be immediately, if we know, think about what that does mentally. So if we know that there's 50 million tokens that have been given out of greasy sex during the pre-sales, and we know that the liquidity is going to open up, and Austin's putting $50,000 worth of liquidity in there. As somebody who wasn't part of the original token sale, I could be like, I'm a little worried that this is gonna, dump. But as this market maker can do, they can make it visually stay the same. So as somebody who didn't buy it, I'd be like, oh fuck, nobody's dumping this token. It's been 24 hours. But little do we know that Austen said, no matter what, keep this pegged at 48 hours. So then you can essentially, people buy in and the price spikes, and then the fucking ICO people dump. So look at this chat. This is supposed to be a deterrent, even though I'm a billion good guy. And John Doe's like fucking amazing. I give up.
course.
Your turn. Now you play bad cop. Go for it, Austen.
Okay.
Fuck my life.
Was that good cop?
That was good. That was a neutral good cop, I guess.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, on the flip side, what we have is we're essentially paying something to trade directly against our community and take advantage of every single trade our community is making on every single exchange, DEX, or anything that we're on. And I don't necessarily know how that would build trust for an organization that is supposed to be working on the chain for the betterment of the community, but also supporting something that could actively be working against the actual community members as far as their funds that they're bringing into the community. I mean, it's I from what I gathered, it's they will meet this goal at any cost. pretty much, as far as any cost to whose value and whose money they have to extract to get there. Meaning anyone that is using any of those exchanges or holding any ERG is vulnerable to that whatever they need to do that. That also being said, I mean, what happens at the end of the term, right? You know, what happens when that gets shut off? Where does that go, and where does that leave us as well? Yeah, it was a pretty interesting thing to learn about. Not some of it, I mean, not necessarily surprising, I would say, at the least. It's kind of like, oh yeah, well, this makes a lot of sense. That's pretty much what you see and what you
Yeah, it's like
get
it's like the
going.
it's like the Jeffrey Epstein thing. You know what he's doing, but when you watch the Netflix
Mhm,
documentary, you're like, fuck. You know what I mean? It's
mhm.
that kind of feeling. I thought. I fixed your noise, by the way. You shouldn't have to reboot. I
Oh,
applied
is it,
I
was
applied
it
a
a
noise gate filter to you so that it stops your bullshit. That happened again.
really?
You can touch your laptop again if you like.
So it was on your end.
No, no, no. I'm just fixing your audio. I am extracting the bullshit that's coming out of it.
No, noted. It was QX error. I got it. So-
Yeah, so guys, I want you to think about this bigger too. So think about this. So think about I'm not going to mention any names except for a major corporation, but I want you to think about this. I want you to think that let's take Bitmain, okay? Their
Wait, I
interest.
thought you weren't going to name any names.
No, no, I don't care about that. They're a big company. Who gives a
Oh,
fuck? Who gives a fuck? So let's take Bitmain. All right, they make they make ASIC miners, right? So it's in Bitmain's advantage to sell a fuck ton of miners, correct? So let's say you're Bitmain and you see an up and coming proof of work chain that, hey Luca, let's say you're Bitmain and you see an up and coming proof of work chain that is going to build your bottom line. You know what I mean? Wouldn't you want people to be on that chain mining the shit out of it? So if the price right at that moment is not conducive to actually, people buying miners just to mine this chain, then it's not going to make a difference. So let's take this market maker, enter this market maker that presumably, if you supply it with enough liquidity of a token and you supply it with, a cycling 15, 20, 30K a month that you get, or a couple months that you get back because they're trading against the community. So it's a net, it's a net zero. It's probably a gain for anybody that has the funds to do this with a market maker. So let's take Bitmain and they see this upcoming proof of work chain and it's low and they want to sell more miners. Of course, a fucking course. They're either going to hire this out or they're going to do it in house. They're going to trade the fuck out of it, just like the market makers do that we spoke to. And they're going to inflate that price until it becomes very profitable to mine with ASIC miners. And once it's at that level, they're not only making money off the community by running these market making schemes, but they're also selling a lot more ASIC miners. And even beyond that, with your little tinfoil hat on, the conspiracy works even, the other way too. They can use these market making schemes to keep other chains down. So if you have the bank and you have the risk portfolio there to do that, you could essentially keep something from spiking during normal spikes. So John Doe says still amazing, do it. What the fuck, John Doe? I wonder if that's Kushti. That's probably Kushti.
it's gonna. John Doe is definitely Sahar Alt
Yeah. Oh, you're
or
right. Or
Simon
Simon, right?
Sahar or Simon Alt.
So 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 Austen, myself, and Cannon, who met with them, Cannon's also a Sigma are going to get a proposal together to hand to them so that we can get some pricing ideas from them. And I think at least I'll give my idea of what I'd like a proposal to be. Austin may have something different. Cannon might have something different. So I don't speak for everybody, but my idea and the only thing that I might be able to sleep with at night, besides my wife, is that what's it called? Um, that everything's transparent, everything's out in the open. We have a set amount that we can tell them to trade against. So if they say we're not going to touch your token unless we can trade 20% above that amount you give us every 3 months. So if we say, okay, we don't want you to go above the 20%, so we need you to evaluate your formula so that you even out and you're only getting 20% every 3 months as far as then we take that, either we just consider that a fee, or we ask for even more and we get more return to help pay for other things. So we could say, don't go above 40% beyond the 15,000. Give us that money back, of course, because we get 80, they get 20% beyond $15,000, and we'll put that back into a pot that will help us reach the goal that we have. So if we say we want to get listed on Kraken in 12 months or whatever, we want you to do your thing, go no holds barred, but we're telling the community everything we extract from the chain, we're putting back into a pot. So I think we did the math. If they made $10,000 every month extra, that'd be 90, that'd be $120,000, 90 something for us, 80%. So that could go back into assistance for a Kraken listing. But you got to remember, that's extracting the when you trade on a sex.
Whose money?
Yeah.
Who's
The assumptions there are entirely unclear when you're trading on a sex that you're being manipulated to do this. So it's very, I
That's
don't
the
like
hard
it.
part.
No matter how much we advertise that, hey, this is what we're doing, we're being greasy as fuck, but we're taking all the funds and we're putting them back into the Ergo ecosystem in the form of a listing opportunity. But 20% of those funds are getting eaten by this market maker. I think people might be able to live with that, but that's the kind of proposal that I'd be wanting to give them. And I actually think we can give them multi-proposals. So if you and Cannon disagree on that proposal, you guys can for sure, so we can send a couple proposals to them to have them answer.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good proposal. I think what I was, I just wanted to keep it conservative just to see what even, a conservative liquidity request would be from them in that regard, and not give them some lofty goal of Coinbase or Kraken and have them just give us something that we know that, we're not going to come up with 1 million ERG to hand over for them to hold, and just kind of see where that lands us. But I mean, yeah, there is a way to use this to help the community move forward, but the community, I just don't. The community has to be fully on board with what that actually means, right? What we've changed the Ergo, what we've changed the Ergo trading into, I guess, which is it's a big decision, and I don't necessarily feel the most comfortable with it extracting so much value from the community, even if it's propping price up. Like I said, it's still extracting value, and then that has to come from somewhere, and eventually it gets shut off, and that value is still been taken from somewhere. It's not given back, I suppose. Like, it's not like someone's going to earn that back.
So John Doe says, if price goes up, how are they extracting value of the community? Community will be happy now. So John Doe, I look at it as in, think about your individual trades. As you buy and other people buy, as they extract value from there, the price will not necessarily go up as organically as it would have with the amount of liquidity that we have out there. So you're essentially potentially buying less. Your buying power is less than it could be. So even though price goes up, you might potentially be out. That the money comes from somewhere, guys.
Somebody's always buying the top.
Yeah,
that's what they need to know.
So the money's coming from somewhere.
A pump.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's coming from
manufacture
somewhere.
a pump. FOMO kicks in. People buy. They extract value. Manufacture a pump. People buy. Extract value. So yeah, it's going up, but people are. Someone's buying high, selling low.
Yeah, exactly. So Pavel says anybody can. Yeah, it's an opening. Even on non-open ecosystems, Pavel. If you have $1 million, you can go to Binance, buy something with a lot of liquidity in there that's not going to affect the price, and then do it yourself to pump your own bags.
Mm-hmm.
Hire the market maker yourself, not just Ergo.
Yeah.
Even closed ecosystem doesn't matter. Miners, Lexi says miners are extracting value and no one bats an eye. Yeah, I can't touch that one, Lexi, because miners have to pay for their rigs. It costs money to do that, essentially. So they're physically running the networks at a cost. So I would be hard pressed to make that leap there that they're extracting value as far as that goes. They're
Well, the
providing
value
they're providing a value. They're being paid for a service essentially.
they are providing something. I wish that, I mean, personally, I wish they were providing more of a service as far as just being being active in the community and making the changes that they ask for. I guess that's what I would say, because they ask for things, but you don't see a lot of interaction. There are a few. We do have some great miners, some great solo miners, great GPU miners, but for the most part, the ones that are really outspoken about it aren't necessarily doing a lot in the actual community like they could be, especially the ones that have a lot of influence over mining communities.
Yeah. Yeah. So Lexi says that that's a naive view. And I hear you, Lexi. But I'd say the original view that the big view that, we should look into is educating miners like Bender. Bender says he's mining, or they're mining at a loss right now, but they love Ergo. So that's exactly what we want to do. We want miners like Bender that say, look, I know that I'm going to mine at a loss right now, but I am building something with value, that in the future, these tokens that I'm mining and supporting the network and these changes that I can make to the network for the better are going to bring me a massive amount of value return in the far future than it is just to sell now to pay for power. So that's the kind of thing we want. We want miners that can understand that if you're here in Ergo, there's a massive opportunity, unlike any other chain, to make changes to the ecosystem, to the code, to make parameter changes that are more beneficial to miners so that you can build value in the system. So yeah, that's the less naive view, I think. But yeah. All right, what else? We have any other questions? I'm out of alcohol.
Mm.
I'm out of alcohol. I just polished off the rest of this.
Oh,
I
nice.
know.
How much was in that bottle? Half?
3 glasses, so maybe 4 shots,
That's
6 shots.
nice. And you said it's snowing there? It's snowing here too, man. It's been an ice storm.
It stopped.
Nice.
So Hosky Dex. Hey, Hosky Dex. Good to see you in chat here. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen Hosky Dex live. Maybe the AMAs, I can't remember. But says biggest issue now with Ergo is that they didn't think ahead of a marketing plan. We need to do this market maker. We will organically grow after the artificial pump.
Yes. So no, I think what this process and the meeting has done for me is it showed me that yes, I think we do need to look into better market making options for Ergo. I think that there are more conservative and safer and better options for the community that we can look into, but those options are probably going to cost more because those businesses that are running that way aren't extracting so much value to where they can make the money at the end. It's a little bit they do the 2% spread. So in my eyes, the best thing for us to do would be get a market maker on board that's going to provide enough liquidity in the current channels that we already have open, and then allow us to have more trading on Ergo and bigger, more whales come into Ergo and be able to buy and sell without having to deal with such huge slippage and the issues that we see on some of that. So particularly in the US where, we're primarily dealing with trade ogre if we want to buy, sell, or even try to actually trade Ergo, which
I gotta tell this story. Hang on a second. So we're sitting here in the meeting. I'm wearing a fucking button-up shirt to try to look like the casual wealthy businessman. And we're talking about all these things and these big dexes and CEXs and that kind of thing. And Austen pipes up and says, "Hey, do you guys trade on Trade Ogre?"
It's because I got the US back, man. I'm here for the US.
Oh, I almost shit myself. I was like, please don't fucking go to that website right now, sir. Don't fucking open that website.
Oh, he did. He did.
I'm sure he did.
He did. He looked at it and he was like, we could integrate, I guess, anything. But he he was not impressed.
Bender asks, what's wrong with Trade Ogre? Nothing's wrong with Trade Ogre. We love Trade Ogre. It's just that the liquidity is not quite what we'd like to show somebody that we're trying to show that we have a lot of funds to be able to back this up. It wasn't. It's kind of a peek through
But
the
I brought it up
curtain.
because I think if we're for me, if we're going to put liquidity anywhere for us to help grow adoption and stuff, let's put it somewhere where the U.S. market still has access to it for now, at least, and see if we could support that. I mean, that's just an easy opportunity for us. If we're doing that, I feel like if we provide that liquidity where you can buy and sell more, and you're not having to put these limit orders out there that take 3-4 hours to get filled. I think that'll just create more liquidity everywhere. I think it would trickle out to everywhere as well too.
Yeah. There are numerous amounts of that kind of thing we can do. We talked about providing doing raffles or fundraisers, or using some of our treasury for, or at least I talked about it. People listened, or they muted me. Providing like trading pairs on ETH when ETH opens up with Rosen Bridge, providing an ERG slash Ethereum trading pair, and a lot of liquidity there. Because right now, if somebody comes to us and says, "Hey, I want to buy 50,000 ERGs," what's the easiest way to do that in the U.S.? And if we say, "Hey, just buy ADA and go through Rosen Bridge," they're going to be fucked when they get to the other side. They're either just going to have to hold Rosen ADA on Ergo, because there's no way they're trading that much Rosen ADA for Ergo. There's no liquidity there. So, Ethereum's much larger of a liquidity offering there. So we'd like to, the idea would be to hopefully try to bolster that so that those kind of big purchases can happen. But somebody said something in chat that I can't see right now, but that the community would not necessarily just like liquidity changes and depth and market making there. They want to see price go up, and I understand that. But I'll tell you one thing: if my face and my name are signed on a contract to a market making firm in Dubai or wherever this is, or Russia or Germany or wherever, that says, "Here's money, make my price coin go up," I'm not sitting there in front of a
Mhm.
judge saying, "Is
Yeah,
this you on this contract? Is this your wallet? How much did you
yeah.
gain from this situation?" That's not me. So yeah. Um,
Who's signing up for that?
yeah, so we have to be very careful, I think, in that kind of thing, or else if there is an
Mhm.
interested party that manages it anonymously, then by all means. But yeah, that's a little tough,
Yeah.
for sure. Um, Ergo just needs to get Robinhood for smooth brains. Oh yeah, could you imagine? Ergo on Robinhood. Oh shit, that'd
Well,
be interesting.
isn't Bitpanda? What's Bitpanda? It's
But
European Robinhood.
yeah, I guess, right? Yeah, they're still working
Something
on,
similar.
but they're still working on withdrawals for Ergo. I think that was an extra price that wasn't included in the initial ask. So you can, I think, treat it like Robinhood, where you invest in Ergo on their platform, but you can't really take it out unless you swap it to something else, or bring your value out some other way, kind of thing. So yeah, you know what? I texted my wife 5 minutes ago for more whiskey, and she has not shown up yet.
It's probably a. It's. I think that says a lot.
That does say a lot. I'm really upset right now. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to take it. All right, what else did you have on your list? We'll wait for more questions.
So there were. I'm not marketing. You're marketing. You
Oh,
know.
that's great.
Uh,
You don't
I
want to get
like.
me started on this.
I like that conversation. So yeah, that was something that's been floating around a lot, and I think that's um, where we have this thing going on in Ergo, the community, where everybody's kind of like, no, you're the marketing, you're the marketing, and it's funny to kind of watch it go through. And I think everybody needs to kind of realize that everybody's the marketing, and if you can organize and get together, I think we can start doing a lot more. And I think the greasy mission stuff that we did with the influencer, I think, is a big showing of that. Like that was our community, the greasy sex community, that came together, and we built a launch campaign for Rosen, basically, and it was a month long, and we funded it, and it wasn't funded by Rosen. Rosen didn't advise on it. We built a a deck on kind of the information about Ergo and all the stuff and links, and kept communication for that time, and it was great. And we saw a lot of cool comments come through about people on from Cardano talking about it. Cardano.
Cardoni. Nerconi.
Cardano. You know, there's good education. I think if you find the right people on that side, and it could be as we continue to go on, Rosen, and it's on those sides of the chains that are there to educate the community and have a following that is more in depth. Because we chose a person that is active in Cardano. They're a stake pool operator, and they're good at engaging with the community. So we kind of look for all those things, and so what they would talk about as far as educational and stuff would actually connect in a way that would create like a longevity or an actual value add to it, not just like, oh, price pump, I guess, you know. And so that's an example of how, you know, we can do those types of things within the community. You just have to come together and really take the steps to do it, and just, you know, keep it going.
And the downside to this is Coltier fell in love.
It is sad, tragic.
Oh
It's
man,
tragic.
Coltier turned into Yuri, the guy who's in love with Angie. That same guy turned into him.
Oh, Julius, the number one intern on Ergo.
Yeah,
I think shout out to that dude. That's
yeah, right.
Dude, man. That's great. He's actually a really great example of this, where he every day it just pops in. He's just doing stuff, and it's like a hobby or what it is, but he's just constantly doing stuff. He's not. It's for whoever, whenever, and it's really awesome to see. I really enjoy that guy, as silly and funny as he is sometimes. I think I enjoy seeing him pop in and just being like, he's been badgering the shit out of some.
Yeah, he's really on that shit.
And he's like, I got us listed. And you're like, dude, all right.
That is pretty good.
Killing it.
All right, let me see something, Austen. I've got. All right, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I am gonna pick a random one. Let's see. I will take this Cyber Citizen 5546. All right, here's the test. Are you ready? Everybody have their keyboards ready. All right, the trick is I need you to go into the Greasy Sex Telegram channel. And I just wrote hello in Greasy Sex. The first person that tips me 69,420 Greasy Sex gets one of well, that's too much. Why don't we do
I was just saying.
why don't we do a 69? First person that tips me 69 Greasy Sex will get this Cyber Citizen Gen 3. Let's see who does it.
I see Erica typing.
Is Erica listening to our chat?
Yeah, I saw a question in here.
Let's see. Oh shit, Erica got it. Boom. Okay, Erica. Erica wins. All right, send me your address and I'll send you this 5546. Don't worry, we'll do more. I got lots of them. Awesome. Damn, that was fast. Impressive. Very nice.
That was fast.
Okay. Somebody asks, what are your next steps with the MM? Expect an update. Yeah, John, we'll give updates. Ken and Austen and I have to come up with a proposal or proposals. We're going to send them in SIG's chat, talk about them a little bit, and then we'll probably, since you guys are listening and interested, we'll post them in main chat, I guess, since we're going for transparency here. And then once all that settles, we'll send them over to the market maker and see what they say as far as it's going to cost us. And then we have to come up with a plan. So let's say it's obvious that the Ergo Foundation does not want to be involved directly with this kind of thing. But that doesn't mean we can't ask Ergo Foundation for a loan to do the things we need to do. So if it's going to cost us $15,000 every month, every 3 months, then we're probably going to do a fundraiser for that to see if we can get that. Remember, that's a cyclical $15,000. As long as they're making that money back, then that'll happen. We don't need to, we can keep using it. What's it called? So I lost my track because of John's question that was very silly just now. So back to the Ergo Foundation. So if that means that, let's say the market maker comes back and says you need $50,000 worth of Erg token, a coin, to be able to reach this goal that you have to list on Kraken by the end of the year. We don't have that, and that'd be a killer to raise. So we could essentially go to Ergo Foundation and say, we can write a proposal and say, here's what we plan to do. We have community support for it, heavy community support. We're being fully transparent. We're putting these tokens back into a treasury wallet, or the money back into a treasury wallet that's profited, so that we can go back and pay for this DEX when it happens. And maybe Ergo Foundation will lend us those tokens. It's a loan, so we'll give them back with interest, supposedly, or without interest, depending on what they would be willing to do. So there are all those options. So that's kind of the proposal that I would like to work on, and for that. So you'll hear about it. We won't forget. John Doe says, if everybody is marketing, what's Dan's job? You guys are really hard on Dan. Dan is one of the hardest workers for Ergo that I've met. I've met him for the first time in person in Las Vegas for the NFT con. And that man puts a massive amount of his own money into the ecosystem, as well as Zengate. I don't think you guys realize what Zengate is in Palmera, and how it directly is intended to benefit the Ergo ecosystem with what it does. So, and people forget that. So Dan's not the marketing person. Dan's job is a business development, and he's doing exactly that, I feel, with things like Zengate, with reaching out to exchanges, with trying to onboard more things like that. So I'm fairly, in my heart and mind, Dan's doing a fantastic job at that. And people get pissed off that Dan's a shit poster, but for fuck's sake, this is crypto, baby. I mean, come on. You're buying coins with frogs on them, for fuck's sake, for goodness sake. So Vadim, Dan is, I wouldn't say he's a VC for Erg, because he's injecting so much of his own funds to help the ecosystem as far as that goes. So starting up Zengate, Palmero is a massive undertaking for his own funds there. He didn't borrow them from inside here or anything like that, or have a windfall. That's him putting his money on the line to put Ergo in a better position. So yeah, that's my take on Dan. If you meet him in person, he's just as much as a shit poster in person as he is on Twitter, but it's all fun for sure.
Yeah, we give Dan a hard time, but he's actually a strategic business advisor, not the A. And I've been trying to, you give Dan shit, but also talk to him directly. He'll tell you what he's doing. I mean, I've had him give me a pretty good list of what he's done up to, and made me go, oh. Okay.
Yeah, you got into a little instance where you were feeling the same way, like what the fuck, Dan? What are you doing?
You said it, but so I mean, I joke and play. It's for me, it's more of a meme at this point. But I always recommend, if you reach out to Dan, he'll tell you what he's up to.
Yeah. And in chat, people are trying to guess how much Erg they need for the market maker. It depends. It totally depends on the goal. So we asked them specifically that and what the returns were, and they couldn't answer us. So we really need to give them a goal that says Kraken is requiring this much volume. And once we give them that, they can look at our charts and see what it's going to take and how much liquidity they need to be able to swap around to be able to meet that goal. So I can't even guess. 50 is just a number that I threw out, so don't take that to heart. I imagine it's going to be quite a bit more than that. We've had market maker proposals with like 500,000 or $1 million, correct? So yeah, we'll see what happens when we get there. I think Hosky Dex has a crush on you, Austen.
Oh, that's nice.
Isn't that sweet?
That is sweet.
Yeah.
You can tip me in Telegram, and my OnlyFans page is starting soon, but I'll let you start subscribing now.
So Doug's saying if we're trying to be elevated above shitcoins, maybe it's okay to ask us not to be shit posters, at least for somebody who's publicly faced. Doug, I agree with you at some point, but the kind of shit posting that Dan's doing, I think, is more calling out. There's a difference between calling people out for shitty practices and making sarcastic comments about things. I live in the world of sarcasm. I'm a very sarcastic person, very deadpan. So I get Dan's humor. Um, but the difference between what he does and what other people may do on Twitter, with these kind of calling things out and making light of those kind of things, is very different, I think, than shit posting about, come buy Pepe Frog, or, I don't want to say Pepe because Pepe's here on Ergo, but you know what I mean? Just pumping shit coins for the sole reason of extracting value from investors. That's what I feel, that kind of stuff is out of line. And if Dan was doing that for Ergo, even if trying to pump Ergo through that kind of shit posting, I would be very pissed off and say something. But yeah, yep, that's my take on that. Are you okay, Austin? Did you freeze?
No, I was reading something in there. The comment about Charles.
Let me try to get
Just,
more alcohol. I'm going to yell to my wife. She likes it when I yell to her. Hang on one sec.
are you gonna mute yourself or who get to hear?
You couldn't hear that, could you?
I could definitely hear it. Do you have to
Shit.
do you have to speak with an accent for it
You
to
know what? I don't think they could hear it. I think I muted myself for these guys. I do. When I speak to my wife, I speak in an accent. It's. I don't know if that's racist or not, but I don't know what it is. But she doesn't
I
mind
don't
it.
think it is.
It's not. It's just natural.
No,
My wife is Peruvian, so I do speak.
I
I
think it's
try
nice
to.
of you.
It is. Oh, gracias. No, I'm drinking in the little cup. Thank you. Wow, the look of disappointment I just got from her, guys. Oh, I'm on air, sweetie.
I can imagine.
Yeah, thanks.
This is live.
It looks like
Oh,
we'll
don't worry,
finish.
this is live.
We'll finish this one. We got some leftover Blue Label, guys. This is a special occasion.
Here's oh yeah. Here's Ergo for Dummies. So John Doe also asked what we think about Dark Erdoge. Erdoge. What was the first Erdoge? I don't think I was really
So
around for that.
Erdage was made by what's his name? Damn it, too much alcohol to remember. He's still around though. Gosh, it's
Our
somebody that
lads?
might be in the no. Um, somebody in Baseless. Ron in Baseless, I think, made Erdoge.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's just out of it. Yeah, Erica confirmed it's Ron. So Dark Erdoge seems to be coming now for this kind of thing. I wonder if John Doe is Erdoge. but but whoever it was called the Sigma-Nuts a cult online, which is super funny. I sent an agreement picture for it. It was really funny. What do I think of Erdoge? I don't know. I haven't read up on Erdoge. Scam or legit? Is John Doe offering, asking for an endorsement of Erdoge? I'm gonna have to hold off on that one because I don't know the tokenomics of it or what the point of it is. I know it's a
I have
meme
no
coin.
idea.
They're looking to. I think they just did an airdrop of tokens to Air Doge holders, and from what I read, they held off on the top 30 wallets or something to not create whales. Because if you're the owner of a meme token, you don't want competition with whales. You want to hold the most tokens yourself.
That's solid plan.
That's fucking key.
This is a professional memeing happening right here. Holy shit. Nice.
So it'll be interesting. I think meme coins are insanely fun. It's like people like gambling, and meme coins are just that, but it's meme coins offer community and fun. Like somebody said the other day, interesting about Greasy Sex, that it's not really they wouldn't call it a meme project, right? They wouldn't call it a meme
Yeah.
token, but it is, but it's also like, I don't know, it's like it's I don't think there's something like this out there. Maybe
I know it
just
is.
because I don't
It's
experience that
interesting.
elsewhere.
I don't know where to place it either. I mean, we're in the realm of meme when it comes to marketing, I guess, when we're talking about it and how it acts within the community. But there is a pretty legitimate like project behind it as far as the mission of it. It's not like there's not a tool being made aside from fundraising and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, so it's hard. Yeah, sometimes I get hard to place it because people are like, "Oh, check out these meme coins." I'm like, don't know if it's necessarily grouped with that, but
It's
it's also
unique.
greasy
Greasy is very
sex.
unique. I know. It's very unique. It's very nice. So we got some comments in here from Hosky that says Charles told me he'll do a video on Rosenbridge. So funny you should say that. So I am also one of the main posters of the Ergo platform account. Let's see if I can show this. So here's what I do at least once a week. And he's read all my messages. But he hasn't replied yet. So hopefully he replies to so much. So I've been bugging Charles at least once a week about Rosen, saying, "Come on, let's get on the dev update and talk about it. Come on." And he reads them, but he leaves me unread. So we'll see. Oh, here's my big
At least he's
conversation.
reading them.
Here's my big sucking Russia's dick. If that was a lot of fun.
Oh my god.
Yeah, goodness gracious. So Hosky says we should tweet more, which I try to tweet on the main page at least, but that's got to kind of be serious, I guess, for the main Ergo.
For Sigs should tweet more.
Well, Sigs is run. For those of you who don't know, Sigs is run. The Sig account, I handed that over to Tulo about 3 months ago. Was it 2 months ago? 3 months ago? Something like that. Tulo's doing a fantastic job. For those of you that don't know, Tulo is a very prolific tweeter. He's tweeted his own account up so that he actually can make some funds from it, from how much he tweets and the engagement that he has. So he's been doing a great job on the Sigmanauts, gaining followers and keeping that up. So really proud of Tulo. That's Ergo Minnow for those of you that don't know him by Tulo. So that's absolutely fantastic. Yeah.
Did we get questions from Pavel?
We got 9 questions, I thought. Pavel's masquerading his name as 6YHT, I think. He's got 9 questions. I answered them right at the beginning.
Who's the other Pavel in here?
Oh, we missed some though. Number 8, how to make Armenio happy. God, that's tough. That's a tough one. Oh, how do you make him happy then? Come on. You tell me.
It's sex and grease.
Sex and grease? Maybe.
Yeah. He said it.
Sex and grease. All right. We'll go with that. And number 9, when is the comet theme for everything on Ergo? Thank you. That's funny that you say that. So you can, the cool thing about Ergo is you can go and theme anything you want if you have some sort of skill. You could probably even chat GPT. So you could say, you could take a CSS file and a couple images and tell ChatGPT to read the CSS file and integrate these specific colors into it. And have it for you. So I know with Satergo, I made a greasy sex version of Satergo, themed one way back in the day, and I still use that on one of my mining machines downstairs. So you open up Satergo and there's a nice, the good old greasy sex guy. I think it looks like Ken from Barbie, right? But that was before Ken from Barbie. That was before Ryan Gosling. Or who is that greasy sex guy with the sunglasses?
Oh, that's Armenio.
Wait, that's Joe?
No, it's Ryan Gosling. But
I thought so. Okay, it's Ryan Gosling.
Called it Armenio.
Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. So I made that. That was pretty easy. Essentially, you just modify a CSS file, dump a JPEG of what background and logos you want in the Satergo directory, and run it, and it looks really cool. You can change all the colors too to match the greasy sex or whatever you want. I know there's is there a SNCC theme for Ergodex? I guess we can call it Ergodex now, right? Spectrum. And Comet also spun up their own Comet version of Spectrum, which is super cool, minus the fees, or maybe the fees go, to him. Who knows what Coltier is doing? But yeah, that's what's super cool about Ergo. You can theme the shit out of it yourself and do that kind of thing. I tried to do a Satergo theming thing, but it was tough to get people to bite in the bottom of that bear 6 months ago. I don't think anybody else did it, but yeah, lots of fun.
This is what I like about Ergo, is that our community is actually very tight knit. They all kind of know each other very well, know each other's sense of humor. I'm reading in here, there's a comment from Pavel that the Pavel in here isn't the real Pavel. So someone has gotten in here and they're faking Pavel. And that's the type of trolling that I love. I mean, that's something that I definitely love about this community is that the people in here know each other's sense of humor so well, and they screw with each other and stuff. It's just I have so much fun just screwing around. And then Pavel just he commented in the Greasy Sex chat that he's listening, but he's got a toddler in his hands, so he can't answer fast.
A toddler in his hands. Damn.
Yes. Someone gave that man a baby.
Did I close this window? Damn it. I'm trying to, let's see. I'm trying to find my damn tab for Ergo auctions. Ah, Christ.
Armanio, here's a comment. Armanio is great, though. He likes objective talkers and logical conversations. That's the thing. Yeah, Armanio is great. He's one of the first, when I got into the Ergo ecosystem, and I think I listened to a lot of the Hash It Outs it was Noah, CW, and Armenio, and that's when I really started to go, this is the type of project that I want to be affiliated with personally, and thought like these guys are just real guys doing stuff. There's no bullshit, no
Hash It
hype.
Out's super good. Hash It Out. The CW's thinking about bringing that back a little revamped, so that'll be fun.
Oh, I would love that.
Hash It Out's like the original. Let's drink some whiskey and do some stuff. So yeah, that's super fun. All right, here we go. Let's give this away. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. The next thing will be. Oh, you can blend. It's fine. My wife's asking me if she can blend real quick. So thoughtful of her. All right. So while she's blending,
should we do a interesting mission like the next person to tip Coot and Netta BTC?
Oh, shut up! Oh, that's great. Yeah. Oh, you're fantastic.
In comment
in the main channel, somebody find Coltier, the comic guy, and you need to tip him 69 Netta. Whoever does that first gets any of these pets right here. We'll give the best pet away. This mechanical robot cyber pet 196 right here. The ostrich. We'll give that one away. You gotta in main chat, you gotta tip him 69 Netta. Let's see if anybody has Netta in their wallet.
Who's willing? They also have to dox themselves that they're holding and
Lexi has one Netta. You better get 68 more Netta, Lexi. Let's see if anybody even does this. They're like, nah, not worth it.
Not worth doxing.
Oh shit! Somebody's got a hold Netta, I'm sure. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. Any more questions?
I see a Pavel typing in.
Shut up. Pavel's typing.
Yeah.
The tip is incoming. Here comes Pavel. Shut the fuck.
Informal warning.
He's looking for Coltier's thing. Pavel, you got to say that. Here is the Netta loan you gave me. Or now, what can we say in the tip? Something about Netta.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, he already did it.
Oh,
He did it.
Yeah.
Oh, Doom Troll did it in Discord. He beat Pavel to it. All right, Doom Troll, DM me your address, and I'll send you this cyber pet right here, 196. You can DM me in Discord. It's fine. Oh, or put your address in main chat, your tipper bot address, or I'll find it. It doesn't matter. Whatever. Netta, you're such an asshole, bro.
That's my favorite troll to Coot. Sending him Netta.
All right, give me another challenge.
Coot just replied, "Why, sir?" He said, "I did something to offend you. Why are you sending me shit tokens?"
Pavel just bought Netta too. Fucking wrecked. Worse than Comet. Oh, Christ almighty. Okay. Whew. Here we go. Let's see. What else should we give away? What else do we have in here? Let's see. We have wooden nickels. I don't think I have any special. Can you guys see, are you able to see my Nautilus wallet when I pop up? Nah, you can't, can you? It doesn't show plugins. when you do it. Let me give away a cyber car. Those are expensive. Those aren't cheap. All right, Doomel sent me away. All right, what's the next mission? We're going to give away one of these two cyber cars. I think they're both exactly the same. Why? Who else can we tip Netta to? No, somebody else. Next person that tips Coltier more Netta, 69 Netta.
Yeah, just load it.
Oh shit. I'm watching now. You watch the chat while we keep chatting. I'll try to watch it too.
Okay.
Oh
Yes,
fuck.
yes.
This is great.
He
All right,
says,
Pavel.
Coot says, at least send me a comment that I run out recently.
Let's see if Pavel gets his Netta in time and he can tip it. That'll be great. Speaking of cool things, right? Nautilus is working on chained sends and receives. So if again, 69 Netta to Coltier again, and you get one of the cyber cars here from Cyberverse. What's it called? Captain Nemo is working in Nautilus to allow chained receive and sends. So that means if you receive something in your wallet and it hasn't confirmed it, you can still send that out. So I think that'd be really great for tipper bots for that kind of thing. When you want to do that quick relay, if somebody sends you Netta or some other token that you don't want, you can immediately send it back without waiting 2 minutes and having to hold on to it for 2 minutes.
He tried again.
He'll try it again.
He tried again, but he didn't have enough.
Oh shit, Doom Troll. Who's Doom Troll? That's I forget what their name is in let me go to the Discord side. That is Doom Troll is Doom Elf, right. That's a Sigma Doom Elf is a Sig Can, Sigma Knot. No, Bender, you gotta send 69. That's the whole point. They're just tipping him. One Netta. Poor Coltier. He's gonna go like hit his children or something. Oh gosh. Oh shit. All right, we gotta keep this going. Wait, they haven't tipped yet. We gotta wait till that's done. All right.
We haven't tipped it.
What are you looking forward to in the ecosystem? Oh, who got it? Coltier sent. No, that doesn't count. He gave it back. Doom Troll, that doesn't count either. You can't send that same 69 back to Coltier to get the car. Doesn't count whatsoever. You are done, Doom Troll. At least you got your Netta back. Oh, good. Okay.
He doesn't know what's going on. That is great. I love it that he's just hanging, and he doesn't know what. Just all of a sudden, he just.
All right. Can you talk about Greasy Mission number 3 at all?
So what can I talk about Greasy Mission number 3? So let's see. I want it to be a cross-chain mission, and I want it to involve bringing funds to and from. So it's going to be a functional. It can't be something that people have to be reactionary to, right? So it can't be like some of the past missions where we've it's like a game or points or trying to clear out a pool or something like that. So it's got to be something that people can participate over a period of time because they need the time to go to and from the on the bridge. So that's the challenge that I'm up against as well. How do I make it creative and enticing in that way? And then I also want to make it something that educates the Cardano community about Greasy Sex and even maybe some of our past missions. So maybe it incorporates some things from our past missions as well. But ultimately forces anybody the main rewarding system is happening on the Ergo side. So even if a Cardano community member participates on a Cardano Greasy mission per se, they still have to be on the Ergo side of it to get the rewards, right? So they can't just stay on the Cardano side and hold only RS Erg or whatever, you know what I mean? So that's kind of where my thought process is how do we make something fun and exciting on that side, but forces them to come back to Ergo to seek the reward, I guess.
All right. Did you ever think about including that asshole who has a ton of Greasy Sex and a ton of Greasy Sex NFTs from Mission 1 and 2 into Mission 3 so that it doesn't scare off other people from joining for fear of him or that person, wasting everything?
Bringing him in how? Like
I
as
don't-
an actual advisor on the project?
Yeah, so that he's less inclined to actually interfere with the mission and fuck people over.
Oh. Well, I actually, I was going to post the job postings today on the Greasy Mission, the Greasy Sex website. Yeah, job openings, careers tab is what we need to make for formal interviewing. With the three of us. It's like a 6-round process you have to go through for getting a job on Greasy Sex. Quite strenuous. Six. There's the video interview. First, the online submission, video interview, in-person interview, and then 3, 4, or 5 different case studies you have to put through. And typically, in the end, we tell you that we only hire from within. So
Yeah. Well, Austin, you're missing one crucial step. You're
What's that?
you're missing the fact that you need to actually have them perform the entire duties of Mission 3 and build it and execute it to show you that they're worthy. So they actually do the
Mhm.
full work of Mission 3, and then you decide not to hire them afterwards.
Yes, that's what the case studies are, my man.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I'm sorry, I missed that part.
The case studies are the actual job we need, the actual issue and job we need fulfilled. You just do it for free ahead
Gotcha.
of time, and then
Gotcha.
we hire within and implement your case study into our project. It's a win-win for everyone, really.
Nobody has tipped exactly 69 neta. HQ fucked up and tipped 75. That doesn't count, HQ. Sorry, buddy, if he's listening. So we're still waiting on that 69 tip to there.
Dude, what the
Way to
fuck?
fuck up, HQ. Oh gosh. HQ bought EGO Ergo games instead. Oh goodness gracious. Oh, that's what we're talking about too. Community, we need to figure out a new token for testing on mainnet. For, as some of you know, in a real degen manner, sometimes Kushti, myself, other people, not MG tests the fuck out of testnet, but we like to test things on mainnet with Comet. And now that Comet's gone, I don't know, how do you say it? Comet's gone commercial,
You
right?
sold out, man.
Fucking sold
No.
out. Goddamn Comet.
Sold out.
It's Comet's a little too expensive to do tests on that. Oh, John Doe is saying dark air dodge to test. Maybe. All right, John, I'll look into that. But how do we get it? Can you dump a couple million air dodge into my wallet? Tip me a couple million air dodge, John, and we'll see about making that the official Comet replacement for the testing on mainnet kind of thing. We'll see how that goes. For sure.
So you're talking about using that Erdage as a testing token for the. Are you talking about the SIGs mining pool or the stuff you guys are working on for the difficulty?
I'm just talking about anything. When I try to design an app, when I try to make something like the Ergo voting app that I'm working on, I need tokens to do it, and I'm too lazy to spin up a testnet node and build against that. And code against that. So I just run everything on mainnet and test with Comet on an empty wallet kind of thing. So
does it have to be something that's on like on a DEX or something that's tradable?
No, doesn't need to be.
No.
So Pavel says, how about Clown? You might be right, Pavel. That might be a great idea. Testing with Clown token.
Mm-hmm.
It depends if John Doe sends me a bunch of darker Doge or dark Doge that I can test. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
You also can have I have quite a bit of SEGs.
SEGs? Was that the original Greasy Sex?
No. That's Simon's token.
Oh, Simon's token. Oh fuck.
SEGs.
Has anybody tipped Coltia 69 yet? Nobody's tipped him.
HQ said some bastard just bought 69 meta though.
Where do you see that? So okay, all right, we'll wait for that. Once that's tipped,
it's on the way.
It's on the way. All right. Once
Is
that
there any
clears,
person whom I can discuss my offer on Twitter? DM me. So QTR is not only taking meta tips, he's letting people DM him.
oh fucking, that's really funny. Shit. All right.
Next C listing.
Who
Somebody
wants it?
wants to
Lexi
go
wants a
next.
cyber snail. All right, cyber snail. So while we do the cyber cars, that's the next one. Let's see. We have a cyber snail somewhere down here. Where is it? All right, cyber pet 44. What can we make? Oh, I got called out by. Let's see. Why is he? I don't know what he's DMing. All right, cyber snail. What can we make Lexi do to get the cyber snail? Should we make him post Netta is better than Comet in his tip of 69 Netta to Coultier? Should we do that? I think we should do that. All right, Lexi, I need you to tip Coultier when you get that 69 Netta in main chat and say in the comment of that that Netta has always been better. Say at least Netta delivers shit. Period. Perfect. That's it, Lexi. So tip Coultier, say at least Netta delivers shit, and tip him 69 Netta, and I'll give you the Cyber Pet 44, the snail. Perfect. I hope this is recorded. I don't think I recorded this. So I got to remember what it is. Oh, I think it's recorded on YouTube. Yeah. So we're good. I'll come back to it. Perfect. All right. Waiting for Lexi to do that. Waiting for somebody 69 to clear so that they can pay for that. And then we should close up. We've been chatting for way too fucking long. I don't know why there's still
for a while.
I don't know why there's still 18 people here, the fucking morons. We've been chatting for like an hour and 45. My wife's gonna absolutely fucking kill me.
Oh, okay. I'm not overtime yet. It's earlier for me. It's only 10 a.m. for me here.
Is your wife still sleeping?
Oh no, she wakes up so early. She's waking up. She's probably done like 4 Peloton workouts and cleaned our house. She's insane.
Damn. I'm sure you help out cleaning too, right? That's probably a big part of your daily routine.
I am a participant. I manage the outdoors. Let's just say.
Wait, I got a question. All right, what does your wife think of greasy sex?
She thinks it's cool. She likes it. I've shown her. She's been a part of the projects. I've let her sit in when we've done like pool openings and stuff like that. When we say like when we've launched, like especially for like the first mission, when we did some of those ones, when it was like, all right, the pool's open and transactions started to flow through. I've let her kind of watch the wallet monitor and just shown her that those things, and she's like, wow, that's crazy. And I was like, yeah, it is. It's pretty crazy, like to see people participating in that volume. Like I didn't ever expect that. So she thinks it's really cool. The name, I mean, of course, she's just like, what? But after you explain it, where it actually comes from, it's like, yeah, it's whatever. She's yeah, we don't have that type of relationship. I guess
she doesn't want to team up and become the Mrs. Greasy Sex. Be a little mascot for you.
No, I think I'll keep her out of it. I've seen how these individuals interact in chats.
You mean when these guys interact with anybody right with two X chromosomes. Goodness gracious.
Yeah. Even if they have a hint that they might be, things get weird.
Oh, that's really good. Well, that's great. I'm glad she's in support. I know my 12-year-old was saying something, and somehow she brought up my QX persona here on YouTube. And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, oh, Dad, you're QX. Your crypto group is Greasy Sex. I was like, what? Like, yeah. I am not part of Greasy Sex, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe mission 3 if you bring me on board so that I don't whale the thing. That's great.
I think so. I think there's that, and then I have that other side project that I don't even think is a mission, the mining one that I want to do.
That'll be cool. That'll be really cool.
I think that's just a side mission. It might not even end up being tied to Greasy Sex. It might just be just something I work on.
Yep. Well, that's good. So for those miners that are listening, we are still waiting on Cheese to finish that code. But once that's done, it'll be really cool. We'll have a mining pool that will scrape, what is it called? Storage rent. And also, I'd like to do things like, what's it called? John Doe just offered some dark air doge and that kind of thing. It'd be really, really cool to do those kind of get block mining pools again. And I think SIGs have the ability to provide that kind of thing, with the mission of educating miners and making sure the miners know that are in our pools that they have the power to change configurations, up the TX fee or modify that or anything like that they want to do. So that's the main mission there, and I think it's going to be really, really cool once it gets going. Once we get out of test, it'll stop being a half broken laptop behind my computer monitor that's running the mining pool, and we'll move it to the cloud and go from there. But yeah, super, super excited about that. That's like super exciting. Yeah, for sure. Did anybody tip out yet?
I think they must be waiting for the swap.
Did we get like a super block? It's going to take 30 minutes to fucking the one time you need it. Whereas one sub blocks, folks, right? All right, so we can start wrapping this up while we wait for this. We already lost 2 viewers. What do you want to say in closing, Austen?
That was a good day. I had a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to the next few weeks. I think there's going to be a lot more things just happening. I think that the market overall, it just in general, is picking up. So that's always just exciting. Even if bird price isn't what we would want it to be, I just think it's exciting to see other things start ramping up, and hopefully that keeps going. And I think I'm excited for the progress of Rosen, the EVM stuff that they're working on. So
that's going to be super exciting. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, we see that the metrics show that Lithium, when they bridge to EVM, right? They have a massive amount of their trading volume is on Uniswap. So that's, whether that's organic or not, we can only speculate. But the fact is that there seems to be a lot of demand there. So that'll be really nice when that happens. Hopefully, for volume on Ergo.
Yeah. What about you? What are you excited for over the next couple weeks?
Let's see. The next couple of weeks, I am excited that tomorrow I have off. Our university celebrates Martin Luther King Day. We observe it. So staff get the day off, which is fantastic. Staff and faculty and students. Well, there are no students there right now anyway. So that's great. My wife works. So tomorrow I think I'm going to work on my voting app, hopefully. And this is a simple kind of voting app that essentially is a standard for making an NFT with parameters. So the NFT will be made with parameters on what token is going to count as a voting token, as well as auto-generated wallets for the yes, no, and maybe, and with a description of each of that, as well as any sort of proposal. So all that will be held in the NFT, and it'll be posted on the blockchain, and then anybody can build a front-end interface to display that, essentially. Then all you have to do is send whatever token that the NFT requires to that yes, no, maybe wallet or yes, no, abstain wallet. And then the whatever front interface that people build will count those up according to what token they're supposed to count it based on the NFT. And you can burn the vote too. The NFT will be sent back to the originator's wallet that minted it, instead of like a smart contract that essentially locks it out. So if you want to cancel the vote, you can just burn that damn token and get rid of it, kind of thing. So yeah.
Dang. So for example, when we in the Grease Sex Telegram start to talk about things we want to vote on, and I make the silly little polls and I do as much communication I can on there, could we essentially use this app to do
exactly that? So it's for people who don't want to create a full DAO on Padilla. It's for people who want to go above and beyond, like the Telegram or the Discord thumbs up bullshit, that kind of stuff. They want something that they're pretty sure isn't going to be manipulated. So they would do that. So they'd say, okay, guys, I'm going to make a token and I'm going to airdrop a single token to every single Greasy Sex wallet. And then in that NFT, we specify that we're only counting that token for the votes, and that'll be on chain. And whatever front end interface reads that stuff will count the votes.
Wow, that's great. Because I've talked about the Padilla stuff, um, and about Greasy Sex utilizing Padilla, and it's almost like that's too much of a structure for Greasy Sex. It being that we need to be able to use tokens for certain things, and some of the missions that we're making need to be built behind the scenes and can't always be put up forward and then be voted on to use, and you have to have a little bit more creative freedom with that. And so, but the roadblock I always run into is how do we do a solid voting system for what we're going to do with these funds on that stuff. We don't necessarily need to vote on the missions or what missions we're going to use or what, how much of the treasury is going to be used in the mission. That all needs to be tailored to the mission to make the mission good.
Mhm.
And so I'm excited about that. And I absolutely guarantee that we will use that. That's really cool. And we could just use, obviously, depending on GCX value, but we could, just
Use any token you want to.
GCX.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can use any token you want to
Something
as
like
far as that. So that could also be a donation too. So depending on how much you vote,
Yeah.
if you want to vote in Greasy Sex, we can make it so that. So also build the front end interface for creating that token. So it'll essentially, the initial idea was to create the token. It would burn the seed phrases. Essentially, it would not record the seed phrases for the yes, no, maybe wallet or yes, no, abstain wallet, so that whatever you send to it is not extractable. But there could also be an option that says, yes, I would like to save the seed phrases. So the person creating those 3 wallets would then be presented with 3 seed phrases. And if you do a vote and you make it Greasy Sex as the vote counted token, then at the end of the vote, you can just extract all the Greasy Sex and put it back in the treasury. So either way, that would be possible either way for sure.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I wonder if you could, I'm sure you could, but just have it once the vote is done or something, it just forwards it to the treasury. Or even if you want to do it to where it wasn't, yeah, that's interesting.
Plenty of time to
'Cause
think about it. We'll see
yeah,
how far I
that's
get
cool.
tomorrow.
I'm excited about that. That's really cool.
I've got
Let
the
me know if
script
you want
made. I
any
just
help
have to make the
testing
front
it.
end interface. Yeah, great. Sounds good. It looks like Lexi has sent 69 Netta to Coultier.
Yes.
Coutelier, and said that Netta has always been better than Comet. At least Netta delivers shit. So, Lexi, you have won the Cyberpet 44. Please DM me your address and remind me that it was a Cyberpet snail, and I will send that to you.
And it has always
In a
been
moment.
better than Comet. Dude,
I don't think anybody. I don't think anybody
Oh.
won the car. Pavel, did your TX not go through? Remind me if it did. JL asked a quick question about difficulty adjustment. It's being worked on, I think. Do we know how far along? Yeah, so that's tough. So we talked about this in the SIGS meeting, not difficulty adjustment, but we talked about people having ideas about thing and how hard it was to execute it without support. So what I can tell you is that there is a separate group with about, I'll tell you how many. Difficulty. Ergo difficulty adjustment. There it is. There's 12 members in the group of the difficulty adjustment group, essentially. And right now, MGPy has made us a node that mimics mainnet, and we are 3 people running it right now. That's enough. I think he wanted 4. And my next task was to set up Stratum, and I was working on it on one of my machines, but it was fucking up royally. So I need to finish that, set up Stratum, start mining against it, so that MGPy will mine against his as well, and then I can throw extra hash at it. And the idea is we try to mimic those 5 terahertz terahash off and on to see if we can mimic that. And once we get a control of yes, we are mimicking that correctly, then we can start messing with parameters. But it's there, it's up. It's just kind of, we need somebody to really champion that, and that's really tough. Most people involved are championing other things, but it's there, and the baseline is there, so we just need to get moving on it. That's how a lot of things work. So if you're interested, JL, please join the the Ergo difficulty adjustment chat. Feel free to DM me. I'll give you a link to it in Telegram and you can jump on. And you can be a champion of it. You can remind us every day, hey guys, how's it doing? Has anybody run that? There's nothing better than that to put a fire under our asses to do it. Or you can spin up one of the test nodes yourself and point a miner to it and say, hey guys, I got a miner pointed to it, blah, blah, blah. That's it. Bender can swap at 2 gigahertz. Perfect. So Bender could be essentially our hash that comes on strong and then lays off again. So that's great. Okay. Yeah, DM me. I'll give you the difficulty adjustment chat, guys. That'll be great to have some motivation in there. All right, I think we're good. I don't think I gave away the car, Austin, unfortunately.
Yeah, let's see here, because I think HQ came back. There's 2 that came through. HQ tipped him 69 meta.
Did he? I don't think he had enough though. I think HQ tipped 75 neta.
Yeah, I don't know if you're watching the blockchain scraper, the Ergo blockchain scraper, but people are buying neta.
Yeah, I see. The people are buying neta. That's really funny.
Somebody even redeemed the liquidity of neta that amount.
Okay, there we go. HQ just sent 69. You're right. Okay, so HQ recap. HQ gets one of the HQ gets a car, I think. Lexi gets a snail. Doom Troll, I think, gets a Cyber Pet 196, and Erica gets what did I say I was going to give? One of the Cyber Citizens 5546. I think I got it in my head. Let me get a little sober and I'll send them out to you guys. But I think we should close it. We've been chatting for over an hour. I think we're good, bro. John Doe?
It's been like 2 hours.
It's been 2 hours, yeah. John Doe, I don't think you sent anything, man. You get the pleasure of listening to us drunk.
Dark Erdage.
Yeah, John Doe, you promised you'd send me Dark Erdage, I thought. So that's what we're getting from that. All right, any closing words, sir? The bottle is empty. Good label. I'm gonna have to get another one.
It's always a pleasure.
Shit comes in a nice little box. Look at this. Yeah. Super nice. Comes with a whole like story of everything of how it was made.
Yeah, you should save that. You can keep your stuff, keep other stuff in there.
Yeah, I should save it. Real nice. Oh boy. All right. That's out. I don't have any closing words. It's been fun. Now I have to go deal with being semi-sober for the next hour or so. Oh, fun.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye. Thanks, everybody. Ciao, ciao. Thanks for watching. Till next time.